upon a time in Mavoko village of rolling hills and vast plains, lived Waithera and her only son, Kairu. Waithera was a resilient woman who faced life's challenges with fierce determination. Her husband had passed away after a brief illness, leaving her to raise Kairu alone. Despite the hardships, she poured all her energy into providing Kairu with a good life and education. She worked tirelessly, fetching water, working on nearby farms, and making traditional handicrafts to sell at the market. Her resilience and love laid the foundation upon which Kairu's future would be built. Kairu was a bright, curious boy, known in the village for his kindness and intelligence. He dreamt of making a difference and often spoke of becoming a doctor. He admired Mavoko, the village healer, who treated villagers with herbs and a touch of wisdom. Kairu would sit by Mavoko's side, watching him work, learning the basics of healing, and understanding the spirit of service. As Kairu grew, he excelled in school, standing out as one of the brightest in his class. The entire village began to believe he was destined for greatness, and many helped support Waithera, understanding that Kairu's success would reflect well on the whole community. When Kairu graduated from primary school with top marks, he earned a scholarship to a secondary school in the nearby town. Waithera was proud yet anxious about letting him go, but she knew it was for the best. Years passed, and Kairu eventually achieved his dream of becoming a doctor. He established himself in the city, yet he never forgot Mavoko, visiting often and even setting up a small clinic in the village to treat villagers who couldn't afford healthcare. His success was not only his own but also a testament to the sacrifices and support of his mother and the village. Kairu's life took a turn when he met Milda, a stunning, sophisticated woman from the city. She was well educated and captivated him with her charm and intellect. They married in a grand ceremony attended by his colleagues, city friends, and a few villagers. However, after the wedding, Kairu began to notice subtle changes in Milda. She, who once admired his hard work and dedication, started viewing his roots with disdain. Milda found village life uncivilized and looked down on the people from Mavoko, considering them beneath her. When Kairu's family or friends tried to visit in the city, Milda discouraged it, making excuses to avoid inviting them into their home. She'd say, "Kairu, they don't belong in this environment. They won't understand our way of life here." Kairu tried to reason with her, explaining that his family was a significant part of who he was, but Milda was unmoved. She even criticized his frequent trips to Mavoko, urging him to focus on his career in the city. The turning point came during Waithera's birthday celebration in Mavoko. Kairu had hoped Milda would come, hoping she'd understand the warmth and beauty of village life. But she only reluctantly agreed, calling the village no place for a modern woman. When they arrived, Milda quickly showed her displeasure. As Waithera approached to greet her son, Milda sneered, "What do you need from us? Here's some money. Stop clinging to him." She threw the cash at Waithera and, in a fit of anger, even called her a witch and pushed her aside. Kairu was horrified but remained silent, caught between his loyalty to his wife and his love for his mother. Waithera, heartbroken, picked herself up and quietly left without the money. Later, Kairu confronted Milda about her behavior, asking, "Why would you treat my mother that way?" But Milda was unapologetic, coldly replying, "Kairu, you're not that village boy anymore. It's time to move forward." Please, before we continue, subscribe to our channel. Your subscription means a lot to us. Thank you for subscribing. Now let's continue. Kairu was torn, feeling the growing conflict between his love for Milda and his loyalty to his roots. His mother's words echoed in his heart. A tree without roots cannot stand. He realized he could no longer live a life disconnected from his identity and the people who had helped him become who he was. After days of deep reflection, he tried to explain to Milda how important his village was to him, hoping she could embrace both their city life and his roots. But Milda refused to compromise, unwilling to share his vision of blending their lives. With a heavy heart, Kairu made the difficult decision to leave. He returned to Mavoko, not because he didn't love Milda, but because he could no longer live a life that severed him from his essence. Back in Mavoko, Kairu found peace in his clinic, treating villagers who greeted him with warmth and respect. He expanded the clinic and inspired young people in the village to dream big, just as he had once dreamed. Time passed, and Kairu eventually met Jane, a humble, kind-hearted woman who appreciated the beauty of village life. Jane embraced Mavoko's culture and saw purpose in giving back to the community. Unlike Milda, she didn't view the village as backward. Instead, she cherished its simplicity and warmth. Their relationship blossomed, built on mutual respect and shared values. Jane's love for village life made her the perfect partner for Kairu. Together, they dreamed of making a positive impact on Mavoko, and after a few years, they married in a heartfelt ceremony surrounded by family, friends, and villagers. This time, Kairu felt a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. Kairu and Jane quickly became beloved figures in Mavoko. They worked side by side at the clinic, with Jane often assisting him and organizing women's groups to promote health education. The couple's bond with the community deepened, and Kairu found a renewed sense of purpose, knowing he was right where he belonged. In the years that followed, Kairu and Jane raised their children with the values Waithera had instilled in him. Mavoko thrived under their care and guidance, with Kairu and Jane embodying the spirit of unity and love. Their marriage became a testament to the power of staying true to one's roots, and their story inspired the entire community. Kairu's journey taught him, and everyone around him, a valuable lesson. Moral of the story is that you can reach the stars without forgetting the soil that gave you life. Though he had faced difficult choices, he found lasting happiness in a life filled with authenticity and purpose, surrounded by those who truly valued him.